Hey friends, Red Specs Gaming here. Happy New Year to you. You may have noticed there's been a lack of videos the last week or two, but that's because I've basically been on my holiday, uh, enjoying just doing nothing, streaming, playing video games. Editing is a little bit of a work, a little bit of a job, so I took a break from the last week doing that. I have decided as we come back, though, that we're going to start a new Empyrion game because I've kind of lost the steam on the Alpha 12 game, or the version 1.3, I guess. Mostly because there's not a story to drive me, and I kind of feel like I need that a little bit, or at least to have something to do, and it's kind of become repetitive. I think I know there's still things out there that we can destroy and stuff like that, but I kind of like having a story to lead me. So to that end, we're going to start a new series here, and we're going to try probably arguably the most popular scenario on the workshop for Empyrion, and that's the Reforged Eden, which is a combination of two different scenarios, the Reforged Universe and Project Eden. Um, Reforged Universe is, or Reforged Galaxy, I'm sorry. Reforged Galaxy, my apologies to Vermilion on saying that wrong. But Reforged Galaxy is a mod that's a difficulty and gameplay amplifying mod for the game, intended for improved PvE performance and gameplay. It's still undergoing improvements regularly, and he's going to keep trying to keep the scenario up to date with each major update. Basically, he's just changed a lot of the settings and the configs and stuff to kind of make the game play better. It changes the way CPU works, where instead of having tiers, we just keep adding CPUs onto the things to increase the amount of CPUs that you have. There's just a whole lot of changes there that we'll learn as we go. And then Project Eden is a lore-friendly PvE exploration scenario currently in development, intended for single-player or small group play. Basically, it's aims at slowing down the mid and end game progression for those who want a longer playthrough with more of a focus on open-ended exploration instead of linear progression. So this is like a story-driven mod, and so this is a combination of those two. By the way, that was by Ravian FF, Project Eden. So we're gonna give this a try. I know there's some other YouTubers playing it, and so I'm gonna give throw my hat in the ring on playing through this. I'm not sure what we should start. We're gonna go with, this is the game name, Red does Reforged Eden, and my seed is here, 931127. I just randomized that and stopped there. Difficulty settings, if we look at this, I left it at medium. It says custom. It's because we turned mass and volume and CPU on. I know a lot of you prefer to watch that be played, and since it doesn't really bother me, I still say it doesn't really add anything to the game for me, but it doesn't bother me, so we'll turn it on so it doesn't bother you. The start location is kind of what I'm curious about, though. Do we start? I don't know where we start. So we've got a couple of easy, like it's got tiers here. So if we go through, you can see that there's easy, beginner, temperate, temperate 2, right? But then you get into if we keep going, there's medium planets, there's arid, there's swamp, odd temperate, and snow. And then we get into the hard, and now there's a jungle planet, ocean planet, snow dwarf, an alien planet, and then there's a very hard, which is a dead planet, dead 2, rogue, and ultra hard, which is dark rogue. Now, I don't think I want to get into any of these crazy ones. I'm not by any means the best player in the world, but I think we'll start with a medium is what we'll do. Looking at this, let's read through this. Patched mountains, rugged savanna, and grueling plains. Shriveled lake beds with the remains of once thriving plant animal life. This is hot and dry. O2 is like 12%, so I wonder that yeah, not breathable. So we would have to quickly get a sealed base and go with that. That might be an option. We've done the swamp, so I think we're gonna skip the swamp because that's kind of where our last series was. Odd temperate has a breathable. It's odd but temperate planet with a few natural resources. Despite its beauty, there are underlying dangers. Use caution when exploring. I don't know what that is. Odd temperate, honestly. And then, of course, we have snow, which is breathable, but it's going to be really cold. The world at the far edge of a habitable zone, deep in the throes of a major ice age. So I'm not sure. Do we want oxygen or do we want temperature? I think we're gonna go with the no oxygen. So I think I'm gonna bring it back around to medium. You kind of have to scroll through this like this to get back. But we're gonna go with the arid. Go with the desert planet. I think that's what we're gonna start with there. So to that end, let's start a new game and see what happens, shall we? Steer your escape pod to a safe spot. All kind of looks the same to me. So I think this series we're gonna do a little less tutorial-like and more just me playing and see how that goes. We'll see how you guys like that. If you want a tutorial series, if you're just finding this video, I have an Alpha 12. That is the latest version, basically. Check that out. I think there's like 60, 70 videos in that series right now. I did plenty of tutorial on how to play Empyrion and like how to start and how to... Basically, the whole series is almost tutorial-like. But in this one, we're going to start here. Prologue, journey into the unknown. You've awoken in a damaged escape pod, injured and alone, after it's plummeted through the atmosphere of an unknown world. With no memory of how you got here, and little at your disposal, the crackling of your suit's radio puts you on the path towards answers somewhere out in the wilderness of this alien planet. Alright, let's begin. What is this place? Where the hell am I? The last thing I remember, I was aboard a pollen station getting ready to ship out. Let's see. Let's go in here. What happened to the station? To the crew? I've got to radio the fleet. Let's... Oh, UCH fleet, come in. I repeat, UCH fleet, come in. Please respond. Radio static. Alright, so we are... Let's see if it gives me a second to breathe here. Please, command, anyone, please respond. I'm gonna jump into this real quick and grab all the stuff out of here. Looks like we got some holiday stuff. Intel data static radio. That's not good. It's faint, but that's definitely a UCH transmission. There's other survivors here. But I can't understand what they're saying. I need to somebody to clean up the transmission. There's probably an antenna among some of the wreckage on the ground that I can use to boost the signal strength. It's just a matter of finding a functional device. Okay. Let's pull our survival multi-tool out. Let's pull our thermal regulator out. Go ahead and put our bandages down here. Put our food down here. I don't even know how you wear these, to be honest. Equipped automatically when carried in inventory toolbar. So if we put it on the toolbar and we do... I see. That's great. Santa hat. Except that's not the one. Wonder if it's the first one in the inventory. So if we did that, and we did that, what if we move this out like that? There we go. Freaky. Very cute. Very cute, Empyrion. Alright, so let's take this and this. Just put them down here for now. Put this food here to be the first to be eaten, and medical stuff together real quick. Alright, so we need to find a usable antenna. That's our first mission. And so let's start working our way through the world. And let's put this on salvage. That's right, we can't get that yet. We're gonna grab everything we find on the ground. By the way, that way we can get XP for it. Even if it rots in our inventory, it's XP. I think, yeah, it looks like we're still getting XP. There's animals. Broken antennas this way. So we might spawn back in our things once I feel like we've gotten the right amount of materials built up. The world ship's going to be a difficult one because he's not really... That's salvage mode. Actually, I want resource drill. He's super expensive, so I'm not sure about that. Plus, I don't know if that's going to break the story. Something that massive. I guess we'll see. But we need to hurry because you notice our oxygen bar is going down. In this world, there is no O2, so we can't just be out and about without O2. We're going to have to be producing O2 early on. And basically keeping our ships all the time filled with O2. There's an unknown signal that way, and there's a broken static that way. We hit level 2 a second ago. Found a new iron deposit. What's the map look like around us, by the way? Nothing too special. Not a very big, whatever, planet that we crashed on. Grab this iron. So since we're in early game, all of this is super important. Even stone like this would be important early on. Come here, you. There's an iron deposit right there. Grabbing all this. It's all XP. Yeah, I gotta come off our constant running there. I'm not sure if it makes us use oxygen more quickly. Let's go ahead and do a portable constructor. We're gonna need to learn that. So if we go into F3, ooh, this is different progenitor research. What's that? Check that out. There's all kinds of stuff in here that I don't know about. Tools, miscellaneous. Where is portable constructor? Let's unlock that. And let's go ahead and get that started. Get one of those started. Alright, keep heading over here to the broken antenna. Level 3 reached. Like there's stuff all over the place here. Not going to salvage just yet until... Well, actually, let me salvage a little bit. Let me just grab some plates so we have some plates. Gotta keep an eye on our volume though, because early game, that'll fill up quick if you're not careful. Alright. Let's get to the antenna. Quick, quick. We're gonna need atmospheric condenser too, so I'm gonna queue him up. That way we can get some oxygen. That's gonna be the way we get our early oxygen, is condensing what little bit of atmosphere is in, or little bit of fluid in the air into O2. Looks like that antenna off a Crusader class frigate. The antenna looks to be relatively good shape despite missing, well, the rest of the ship. I should be able to connect my suit up and to a maintenance port at the base of it and receiver. It might require some digging if it's buried too deep. Okay. So, we've got this guy here. This is underway. As soon as this is done, I'm going to slap these down right here. And, that's to keep me cool, because it regulates temperature. That's to build more advanced stuff. As soon as this is done, we'll get him slapped down. And we'll go ahead and put our tent down too, in case it gets to be nighttime and we can pass the night. This will be our little starting area here, till we have a chance to find a better spot. Obviously, we're going to look for some fluid on this world. Gotta be something somewhere. Food is a thing, so let's eat. We do have 1002 here, so that's good. We can probably turn the rest of this, whatever we've looted, into energy bars as well. This guy is done, so let's get him down. Like that. Access him. He's going to need some energy items, so we're going to need to make some biofuel. If I want to make biofuel, I need plant fibers. So we'll need to... Uh-oh. That's on this planet, huh? That's scary. Radar signal wreckage. We need to find some plant fibers. Or we need to get some wood that we can trash down into plant fibers. I don't see any. I'm looking for plant fiber plants anywhere. We're gonna need a chainsaw early on probably, so let's see what we need for a chainsaw. Let's see. Chainsaw. Can we make a chainsaw on this thing? Go to tools. We can. He needs a little bit of everything. Plastic tubes, mechanical components. Alright, so we're gonna throw all of this stuff in here. Oh, it looks like I already had an atmospheric condenser. Well, now we have two. If we get the materials, we can at least... I'm just going to load everything I'm getting in there. Oh wait, we do have biofuel right here. Okay, good, perfect. So chuck the biofuel in there, get some O2 crafting. And I'll hang on to the stuff here. That's my early storage. We're going to need to dig this out, it looks like. We're probably going to need to get some more iron. There's wreckage, wreckage, wreckage. That's the escape pod. Let's see about dig mode here. Salvage. Not salvage, resource mining. Let's dig this out a little bit. I'm going to use my drone to figure out where this spot is so we don't get ourselves trapped down there. Receiver right there. Okay. That's where we need to be then. So let's go in there real quick. Oh, it says receiver. There we go. Communications uplink. Looks like I can access the antenna's maintenance port from here. Establish a connection to the antenna. Unsupported external device detected. Updating drivers. Must be a Microsoft device. Complete. Communications uplink online. Uplink status, connection established. Handshake protocol accepted. Signal received. Wait, what the hell is going on? An excellent question, Commander. And one I would be more than happy to supply answers to if I knew it. Unfortunately, I have been offline since initialization. Okay, so who are you? IDA, Integrated Data Analyst. That's Integrated Data Analyst, but you may call me IDA. A backup of the original UCH IDA, to be precise. Where I am is integrated into a UCH surveillance satellite in orbit above your location. So you're an AI? That is correct, Commander. My system was rebooted when it detected your escape pod's distress beacon as it entered the upper atmosphere of this planet. I've been attempting to connect to your suit's data link since you regained consciousness, and it appears my transmitter was not able to transmit on the frequency required to access your data link until you linked with an external transceiver. Now that I am connected to your suit's computer system, I can calibrate your suit's data link so I can interface directly with your suit and provide you with scanning and telemetry data, as is my role. So you're some kind of support AI? My original role is to utilize systems at my disposal to scan, analyze, categorize, and direct personnel operations. I can do a great deal more than that, but nothing that is relevant to the current situation. As you're the only UCH personnel I've detected on the planet, I can devote much of my processing power to assisting you by coordinating your research efforts and supply the mapping data and identifying enemy crafts. Can't remember how I got here. Everything after reaching Apollo station is a blank. Shall I read you my logs from the fleet's departure from Apollon Station, Commander? Please do, Ida. I have no idea where I am, or even how I got here, and I need a bit of info. I need every bit of info I can get right now. At 900 hours on 2507 blah blah blah, the UCH fleet was scheduled to leave Apollon Station in orbit around Jupiter on an expeditionary journey to Proxima Centauri, utilizing a prototype warp field generator mounted on the flagship of the fleet, UCH-02MS Titan. The function of the warp field was to encapsulate the entire fleet in the Titan's quantum wake and move the entire fleet as a unit. Reports of weapons fire and explosions were reported from Apollon Station shortly after the fleet left, and all communication was lost 9 minutes later. The fleet captains decided the approaching rescue forces were sufficient to deal with the turmoil and opted to stay the course and continue with Operation Phoenix. After exiting Jupiter's orbit, Wave Rider protocol was engaged and the Titan's warp drive began generating a stable field and the fleet inserted into hyperspace. Moments after successfully entering the subspace, an anomaly was detected, a spatial rift where additional planes of higher dimensional space intruded on the fabric of hyperspace. The spatial rift dragged the warp field containing the UCF fleet off course by somewhere I have estimated to be between 325,000 and 500,000 light years, but maybe as high as 3 million light years. Distance and speed in hyperspace is relative, and the effects of spatial rift on a stable warp field are as yet unknown. My logs terminate upon exit from hyperspace, as that was when I left IDA Primary, loaded this sub-mind into a surveillance satellite, and ejected it to gather intelligence. The initialization seems to have failed at the time, and was triggered correctly by your escape pod's beacon. So, any clue what should I do now? Your suit's data link has been calibrated, Commander. For now, I shall interface with your suit directly and use your sensors to communicate and assist you. I've detected structures and objects which may answer both of our questions nearby. Alright, disconnect from the antenna. We're going to need some oxygen. You can see I'm in the red here, so let me do some oxygen real quick. Loud and clear, Ida, and how are you on this fine sunny day? How are we doing here? Ate some water and some O2. While I assume your inquiry is some kind of humor, Commander, it is a fact that my processing speed is down 36% and 2 of my satellite optical lenses are cracked, so the answer to your question is well enough considering the situation. Relax, Ida. I thought you were a new model AI were capable of learning and empathy. I'm just trying to stay positive, and I figured you could do with a laugh too. I'm not designed for comedy, Commander. I'm a strategic analysis AI. I do not laugh. However, I will take your suggestion under advisement and adjust my humor parameter, if it does not impede my performance. Mission Prologue. Journey into the Unknown has been completed. Woo! Chapter 1. Human Debris. Alone in an unknown world, you stand against an unforgiving and alien world looking for anything that remains of your crew and your fleet among the wreckage. Are you truly alone? Ida might have the answers you seek. Alright, let's begin that. Commander, I have identified a large structure not far from the broken antenna. Profile analysis has determined a 93 match with a UCH Pelican-class transport. Confirmed, Ida. Can you see how many people are there? What condition they're in? I am detecting no thermal or electric emissions on the ground, but judging by the disturbance to the surrounding terrain, I would estimate the ship impacted the ground at considerable speed. There may have been survivors, but I'm unable to detect the presence of any human heat signatures. You will need to investigate this on your own. I wonder if we should melt this down when we go. Okay, Ida, can you plot a course on my HUD to the location of the ship? Even if there's no one there, there should be logs of what happened to the fleet on the ship's computers. Displaying telemetry data on your heads-up display. Good luck, Commander. I think the Heidelberg. Okay, so they want us to go to the Heidelberg. So let's pick this up and get all the stuff out of this. I'm not going to start collecting off of these wreckages and stuff until such a time that I have a vehicle on which I can get my stuff, or which I can carry stuff. So we'll leave the salvaging for later till we get to where we can build something. Let's go check out this wreckage real quick, though. There might be things in a box in it, maybe. And we'll keep looting as we go here. Looting plants. Alright, wreckage. Boxes? There's a box right there. Can I get to that box? Oh, hey, look, spoiled food. Awesome. It's just what I wanted. There's some canned meat and some more oxygen, though, so I'll take that for sure. Oxygen's going to be the thing in this playthrough. Alright, you big cow things. Don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. Another large wreckage along the way. Keep looking, because every little bit helps, you know? In the early game, especially. Alright, slow it down, Space Dwarf. Any boxes here? Do I have jump jets? Oh, I do. Good. Yeah, they put you in medium armor right out when you're on one of these planets. Personal locker. Oh, that's what we're talking about right there. Got a pistol now. Got a motorbike construction kit, a core, some electronics, some plants, some more fuel. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And there is also a damaged hover bike here. What does this need to become a real hover bike? Let's see. If we go into the menu here, we can see what's missing on it. Generator and a fuel tank. Huh. Wonder how much it would take us to slap that together. Let's see. Where is my constructor? Slap that guy down real quick. Throw in this. That. Anything that could be used. Generator would be under here for a hover bike. We're missing for a generator. Small fuel tank, basic generator. We're missing some things, so we probably need to get like some more silicon and copper, stuff like that. Let's just remember where this is. In the meantime, we can probably build a motorbike while we're here. Right? Have the motorbike construction kit. No, we still need some other stuff too. Interesting. Oh wait, that's the construction kit itself. No, okay. Where the motorbike? Boom, done. Get that going. Got that. Oop, all this stuff. Let's put this bad boy down. Now we're moving in style. How about that? Quick like a bunny. Let's go see what this is over here. What are you? Gonna be silicon. Okay, so we've seen iron and silicon. I imagine somewhere around here we're gonna find a copper mine as well, usually in the starting area. Though this is a... Ooh, what the hell was that? Look at that thing. No, we're not sticking around. No, sir. You look evil, whatever you are. The monsters have come out. Found it. It's the USH Heidelberg. It was with us when we left Earth. Approach the crashed ship. Pick the bike up. Get her gun out and load it. My god, the ship hit the ground hard enough to something. My observations of the ship's hull using the cameras affixed to your suit conclude that the ship did not crash due to mechanical failure. The damage and burn marks of the hull are consistent with high temperature, plasma, and explosive detonations. The ship was shot down, Commander. Are you sure? Could have been friendly fire, or did the ammunition magazines detonate on re-entry? I'm sorry, Commander. The direction of the blast pattern and the melted steel indicate it was struck from the exterior by a plasma composition not in my database. Upon scanning, I've detected radioactive traces of the same plasma on several other wreckage sites in the area, as well as structures near the polar region of the planet with strong EM signatures. I've concluded that the structures near the poles are in all likelihood weapon emplacements, communication stations, or military facilities of some sort, belonging to an unknown faction. There are many transmissions coming from their location, but nothing that I am able to decipher. So what should I do then? Just ignore them? After they did this to the Heidelberg and God knows how many other ships? Commander, there's nothing you can do. You're alone and unarmed against what could be assumed are trained military personnel with superior weaponry and a fortified position. This is their territory, and the UCH are the trespassers here. The best thing you can do is continue your search of the wreckage in hopes that you are not the only UCH left in the system. Anything more is the work of politicians and diplomats, of which you are neither. Wow. Okay then. I know you're right, Ida, but goddamn if I don't want to go over there right now and find out who's responsible and beat some answers out of them. I'll do as you say, Ida. Thanks for having my back. So what's next? That is good, Commander. I hate to shut down your suit's motor functions to keep you from getting yourself killed. Wow, okay, so you can do that? Well then. Wait, was that a joke, Ida? You can really do that? Perhaps. Continuing the investigation, Commander, your suit is picking up a weak electromagnetic signal coming from somewhere near the rear of the ship. It may be the computer's console. I have marked the location on your display. Alright, but I think this is a good place for us to end. We'll continue this storyline when we do our next episode. So yeah, for now, I hope you guys are excited about starting a new storyline here, a new playthrough in Reforged Eden, and I know I am. We will continue on in the next episode, continuing this story on and seeing what we can do. So make sure if you are interested, you like the video and you comment below. That way I know, hey, yeah, we're going in the right direction here. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye now.